And when I walk into the building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there. And they stay there up, down, up, down, up, down. A2 coming in on the verse because I've never been defeated since the equinox. Dropping dorks like a curse in a hearse, leaving them stiff like a crusty sock. I never went nowhere, but they saying Cobra's back. Blame it on that nice tight end and that running back. I'm on this wicked track, so I let my venom flow. My team is so pristine. Your team is booty hole. Jason, I'm so proud of you for coming in to do the show this week like a pro.
Mm.
How have you been? How's the apple picking?
It's been a great fall. Very meaningful fall. Spent a lot of time with the family. Uh, Looking forward to having you tell me about how the football matches went this week. And yeah, just looking forward to the journey.
Mm,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we have
Uh,
5 weeks left in the season. We just 5 puny weeks in the regular season. So we got 2 more weeks non-conference games, and then back in the whole divisional grind. Um, so 5 weeks to get your act together and make the playoffs. And I'm not just talking to you. There's a lot of teams that are like, "Am I gonna make it? I don't know."
if we could have our intern do research, I'd like to know who was the last team to not be in the toilet bowl and how many years it's
Oh,
been. That'd be
years of
fun.
success. Yeah.
That'd be fun to see like how long it's been someone has not made the toilet bowl. You just say a short 5 weeks. It's going to be a long, perhaps a long 5 weeks for some of us.
It could
Perhaps some
be.
of us are more excited to see this NFL season
Hmm.
end and get on to
Yeah.
watching some basketball, and so we can get on our weekly basketball podcast that we can do to recap the
It's
championship team that
not as
refuses to
bleak.
lose. That
Yeah, yeah.
refuses to lose.
Doesn't matter
Yeah.
who's hurt, they just rise up.
It's
Yeah,
right.
it's
That's
wonderful.
right. Just random new players playing great.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, it's amazing that this is week 10. Week 10.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, I don't know
What
where
do
the
you
time goes, but here we are. This is where we are,
Oh, look at that.
and looking forward to the breakdown of the week 9 recap, week 10 preview. So tell us about some of these games there, and I can't wait to hear what happened in
Yeah.
the league this week.
Sure. Yeah. Well, let me enlighten you. This was a spicy Monday night battle. These two teams, the suddenly struggling Dak Prescott versus George Pickens and Trey McBride, and the Vipers just about did it. I thought Dak would just easily have this wrapped up by the second quarter, but deep into the second half, it was still like I don't know which way this is going to go. Um, does it seem like Dallas's offense is worse since CeeDee Lamb has come back,
Yes, it
or is
does.
yeah,
That the answer is yes.
I don't know. I can't make sense of that. The big news here in this game, obviously, Tucker Kraft's tore up knee. We got to pour one out for him. Such a bummer. The
Yeah.
football gods just keep taking away like all these players from the Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatterbo, Tucker Kraft, like the most fun guys, and they're just snatching them from us. Like, nah, you don't get this. You don't get to have this. Um, it's terrible for the Ghost, really, on two levels. Because one, he's out like the number one tight end,
Yeah.
but he was just such a demon of a blocker too. So
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is in big trouble now. I mean, not big trouble. He's still Josh Jacobs, and they'll find a way to fill in. But I think the whole Packer offense is going to go in the toilet. I'm afraid. As a heavily invested in that now with my Jordan love, but
Yeah.
it's tough. They're definitely going to miss Kraft. He's not like a receiver cosplaying at tight end like Brock Bowers. Like he's in there just knocking you on your butt.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
3 losses in a row for the Vipers. They got to feel like this one just slipped away. Almost no touchdowns. Um, 3 weeks ago he was sitting at 4-2. Now looking at 4-5. Like that, it can just happen that fast. I feel like both teams are doing some soul searching out of this one. Can the Vipers turn it around in time for the playoffs? How are the Ghosts feeling now after seeing Dak Prescott struggle? Now that Kraft's out, like I don't know what he'll do, but I have a feeling the Ghosts are going to do some kind of wheeling and dealing this week. He's at a medical conference of some kind, so I think there'll be a lot of time to not listen to the presentation and focus on what's important.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
why did Roma Dunze put up a goose egg? You
Yeah,
know,
certainly he got hurt if Chicago scored 47 points. So how bad is Rome doing?
yeah. I mean, you probably chalk it up to the DJ Turner effect. He's this lone really good defender on the Bengals defense, or his heel is hurt and he's going to be hampered the rest of the year. What do we do? It's football. Yeah.
Man, I know we've had some bench players in the past, but how do you think Josh feels about seeing that zero from Rome while having three touchdowns from Drake,
Oh my
London on the
gosh.
bench?
Yeah, yeah, that's I mean we beat ourselves up. Well, there's a chance he thinks of that 2 years from now. Probably not, because I don't think this game is really going to matter. Well, I mean, it mattered for the Vipers, but obviously the ghosts are in no matter what happens now. So we'll probably forget this one.
Okay, this is the time for your little Easter egg of the show. Easter egg of the show. If you're watching right now and you've
Oh,
gotten this far, I need you on the message board with no other context. Tell us a memory that you benched a player and they went off on your bench and how you still think about it today. So get on the message board, leave us a message about one of those moments in which you had, Jonas Gray's 5 touchdowns on the bench and didn't start him. One of those like this guy's on my bench and he went off. So please get on the
yeah.
message board and share that with us. Those are some of my favorite stories.
And in the Josh's case too, I think it's worse because it's like London's a guy like you should probably be starting every week. Now, obviously the he's in a unique situation where he has a lot of guys you should be starting every week.
Yeah, he
Uh
seems to have too many of those guys.
yeah, yeah, what a
It's good.
problem.
Good thing we can only keep 6. Good thing that
Yeah.
the league resets just here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Just a few long weeks where everything gets
Yeah.
reset.
The
So,
year of
yeah.
Jubilee.
Well,
Yeah.
tell me about how you got Brandon to be able to you set his starters is what I understand. You got to pick who he started? Is that
Yeah.
is that what
Yeah.
happened here?
I've been studying that Oz the Mentalist, and I manipulated Brandon to starting the players I wanted. I said, you don't want Alec Pierce. Don't have anything to do with Alec Pierce. Leave him far away from your lineup. Far, far away. Uh, Jason, do you know no team in the history of the league has ever scored 91 fewer points than the week before and then won both games? I really threaded the needle on this one. Really, Sunday morning I was feeling pretty confident about my team. Like I felt like with all of Brandon's guys that were out, like I could just take a chance. So I thought, what the heck? I benched Lad McConkey and I put Kyle Monangai in there just to see. This. I don't. It's not going to matter. So let's give this young guy a shot. Well, it saved my week. I've lost without that change. I was very beatable. Um, Kittle came up small. Jonathan Taylor, worst game of the season. Jordan Love was so puny. One of the worst passes anyone's ever seen in their life. This game, but we dug down. We got a gritty win. You know, Brandon put on some pressure. My guys were done by the 3 o'clock game, so he knew what the target was. It seemed out of reach, but then here comes Brock Bowers, just catch after catch after catch. And then to my horror, it's like it dawns on me this game is going to go to overtime. And I didn't realize at the time that Brian Thomas Jr. was out. So I'm thinking he's got a guy on both sides of the ball, and he just needs like 8 points. Like I am dead meat. So like I said, and Keyshawn Butte, he got hurt his hamstring. Like
Yeah.
it, there was this narrowest path to victory for me, and I'm acknowledging that it was a lot of good fortune went into this one my way. And
Yeah,
rough loss for
BTJ continues to disappoint Brandon. But tell me honestly, how did Carolina beat Green Bay? Is it my understanding that Bryce Young did not get hurt? He played the whole game as a starting quarterback for the Panthers. They won, and he scored a measly 8 points for Brandon.
yeah, it was outrageous. There was a lot of like defensive shenanigans, and I don't know. The Packers just always just play down to their competition. So
Yeah.
you never know with this team. Like you're good for 3 games like this a year where the Packers are looking around like what just happened. This is what they
Wow.
do.
Wow.
It's awful.
Well, seems to me like a tale of two coaching decisions. The Kyle Monangai move versus the Emmanuel Wilson and Keishawn Booty move
Mm,
means
move that booty.
one team is 6-3 and one team is 2-7. Let's
Yeah.
move on to
Yeah.
this game when Mahoney scores a ton of points and takes an L.
Yeah, that is rough. Look at Bijan Robinson. Like he is so remarkable. He scores 9-6, and we're like, man, down week. Yeah, what a bummer. He only got 9.6. Like the bar is so high for him.
Yeah.
This was a classic Puka Nakua game. Like makes a ton catches, bunch of big blocks, gets a touchdown, gets hurt. Like it's the full Puka experience, just all in one day. Um, I haven't even heard. I don't know. Is he back? Is he not back?
How can you tell? You'll never
Yeah,
be able to know.
yeah. T. Higgins really making the what team? Oh, the Chicago
Chiefs.
Bears pay for doubling Jamar Chase. Like he was just that touchdown catch was beautiful.
I did
Just
see that. I did see that
yeah.
multiple times and actually like told my family, you guys stop. You've got to watch this catch. I thought that was spectacular down the sideline.
Yeah, I love that for him. 129 points for the Pharisees. So they're announcing they are back.
Yeah.
Previous 3 weeks, they were averaging 66 points a week,
Oh my God.
like fewer than 200 total in their 3 weeks combined. And here they are, 129. Like, come get some. Must be a huge relief to True John.
Yeah.
Um, Mahoney winning a Monday night, needing a Brandon Aubrey miracle. He got a chance to make history and missed that kick. Just good score, just not enough. Almost everybody on his team shows up. This is Laporta's best game since his rookie season. Quentin Johnson responds to a zero. Mahoney puts him back in the lineup, gets a good thing there.
I
Ashton
love that.
Genty's
I
second
love
best
that.
game.
I love Quentin Johnson's touchdown catch in the back right corner of the end
Yeah,
zone, down over his shoulder. That was awesome. It was very
yeah, that
just
was
a
it was a great adjustment.
yeah, it was awesome.
Um, Down on his bench, I don't know if you've got that slide, but 50 points for Geno Smith. Like, what a difference Brock Bowers makes on that offense.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if you're Mahoney, I know you're 3-6, but you scored 120 points. You got to be feeling better than
yeah,
other teams that are 3-6 that can't quite crack 80. So,
yeah.
congrats to the Pharisees for announcing that their return to the winning streak field. But how about the dude abides getting to 4-5 and also scored
Yes.
over 120 points?
Yeah, that's a nice score. The Hellhounds were hot too coming into this. They were on a 3 game win streak, and then just wham, the dude abides, 124 points, 59 from Caleb. Like that's his career high in points. A lot of guys getting career high points against the Bengals. DJ Moore coming off the bye. It's his first game over 10 points in 12 games.
Whoa.
So yeah, he's been kind of a dry spell. I don't know if that's a fluke, or is it game script, or is this like they're coming out of the bye week? Maybe that's a new focus. Like we're going to try to get DJ Moore more involved. Um, I don't know. It's a decent week for the Hounds. He would have beaten 5 other teams.
Wow.
Good yardage, no touchdowns. We hear that a
Yeah.
lot. It's a season low for Tyler Warren. I think the Steelers defense might have just been tired of hearing about how bad they were. And they just stepped up. CeeDee Lamb only has one touchdown all year. Like I know he missed a few weeks, but
Hmm.
George Pickens and Jake Ferguson already have six each.
Wow.
So I don't know what to make of that Cowboys team, but with all the second year quarterbacks in this game, Jason, how would you rank that 2024 class now? If you're going to build your team around one of these guys, Drake May, Caleb, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Spencer Rattler, maybe he's your guy.
I think I'll take Drake first.
Yeah, that's where I landed.
Um,
Wow.
I'm not really impressed with Bo Nick seems to play a great fourth quarter, but he seems to be trash at least in the first 2.5 quarters. I mean, Jaden's getting hurt constantly.
Yeah, I don't think you can depend on him.
I've never quite been impressed with Caleb, but I might end up going Caleb too.
That's where I landed. It's not that he's shown us so much, but it's like I've seen too many warts on the other three guys.
Yeah, I mean, you would say if I mean it'd be interesting if you could overhear this conversation just a year ago because Jaden Daniels was essentially
Oh,
the
yeah.
league.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
the
the
league.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I would just say if I were Carr, I would have been like, I've got my quarterback of the future.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, three, I probably would go Jaden and then four Bo.
That's the exact order I had too. And
Okay.
just Jaden on the upside, because
Yeah.
when he is out there, he's killing people.
And just his
So
the team
yeah.
around him, it makes me think about, some of the things that we pick these individuals And yet so much of this whole thing is this team game experience. And so it's like whoever's playing the Bengals, whoever's playing the Cowboys, right? Like you've
Yeah,
got these, Jacoby Brissett. I don't think that Brandon knew if it was going to be Kyler or Brissett, but if he could have picked up Brissett, he would have blown you out of the water, right? Like,
exactly. Yeah.
so it's just like, it's like who's playing the Bengals, who's playing the Cowboys,
Yeah.
almost matter so much more. Like who's playing Houston, who's playing Denver, right? Like these
Yeah.
teams,
Matchups.
Denver's, kicker, I mean, Houston's kicker goes for 15 points because they just can't score against Denver, right? So like
Yeah.
it's just some of those things that we pick these individuals, and yet sometimes, well, it seems in a lot of ways like Joe Flacco being and essentially making sure and exposing Joe Burrow as the system quarterback because it's just
Mm.
obviously if you're
Yeah.
throwing to Chase and Higgins, it's not necessarily your talent as much as it just is the team concept. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Unfortunately, the wins don't really back that up.
I'm not sure what you mean,
Yeah.
but let's go
Yeah.
to, oh my God.
Oh, I was trying to get you to think about something else for a minute. The Sox just leaving a trail of destruction through the pastoral staff. First True John, now you. I would expect Coach Coward to be extra generous in the offering plate, just over the guilt that I'm sure he feels after just dispatching the two of you so handily. Jahmyr Gibbs' worst game of the year. That the rest of the Sox just lifted him up, comes out with good scores. 6 touchdowns for the rest of the Sox. Lamar Jackson comes back, and here's Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen coming up huge. But Jason, I want to tell you something.
Okay, I'm ready.
The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Tomorrow, Jason. You've always got tomorrow. Yeah,
Aaron, thank you. Thank you.
my pleasure.
I I have one photo to show to break down the week that was. This is how it went for the Karate Kid. This was taken just
Oh
moments
no.
before. This is taken just moments before kickoff
Oh yeah.
of the noon games, right after church. Uh, you
Oh.
see Ken Murray, Shane's father-in-law, wondering here what's
What a
happening.
great what a great Easter.
Even the children are wondering why there's violence happening in the
Oh,
hallways.
what's happening to the pastor? Look at
And
that
you
mean face.
just
That is a game face.
you've
Ooh,
got
both
this
of you.
just just a great. In fact, would you smile? We're going to go to and take our screenshot for the week right here for the thumbnail of the YouTube show because this is it right here. So if you smile for me, let's take it on the count of three. Ready? One. Oh, Jason, what am I
I'll just
doing? What's going
yeah,
on? We're going to take
I
it.
don't
Ready?
know.
One,
Okay.
two, three.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's where we're at.
I
So,
mean, if that face, Shane's face was yelling at me, I'd run another lap too. Oh, look at that. Mean mug.
well, he destroyed me and we're gonna go ahead and break down the game of
Mm,
the week, sponsored, of course, by General Mills. Thank you for the generosity from Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And the game of the week was two old rivals, two old friends, two Boo brothers. And so break down
yes.
kind of a lopsided matchup here with
Mm.
Chad with the victory.
Yeah, lopsided boobs. It's always a danger. 2 wins in a row for the Rompers. Social media director of the Rompers informed me that the Rhinos have a 15-12 edge historically. So pretty even. The Rhinos do have a 2-1 playoff advantage. So weighted towards the Rhinos, but the Rompers hold their own, especially this week. Boy, Marvin Harrison just shining. Best game in over a year.
Looked great.
Uh, Definitely seems to be better with Jacoby Brissett. If I was Chad, or if I was the Vipers with Trey McBride, I would want Jacoby Brissett to keep that job.
I think he's gonna roll. They're gonna keep rolling with him.
They
I think they're
should.
just gonna. I think they should just keep rolling with him.
Yeah.
I. It'd be amazing if they could make a run at a wild card.
It'd be a fun story.
Yeah.
I do, I got to root for Kyler because he's an OU guy, but um, I don't know. Seems like they play a lot better with Brissett. So, Kyron Williams, very dependable. Look at Colston Loveland down there on his bench, though. Whew, all those catches and points.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's just a byproduct of the Bengal defense. Like, obviously, that last touchdown was pretty squirrely. But Loveland got a big snap count with Cole Kmet being out. Like, I don't know if you put this genie back in the bottle. But then Chad's got Gadsden, who's just blowing up. So,
Looks great.
boy, what a great problem to have.
Yeah.
Mahoney or Patrick Mahomes finally has a dud game. Devonta Adams shows up to play. Rasheed Rice is still there. But boy, the Seattle defense is nasty. The rest of the Rhinos just wet the bed.
Yeah.
Like DK Metcalf, I would like you to notice Torrey Horton down on the Rhino bench, and just he blew up. So if DK is going to keep putting up these 2 catches for 6 yard games, like there's a spot on the bench for you, DK. Um, that's all I got here. I don't know if you want to add more. Or do you want to just talk about picks?
I just want to talk about picks. I do think that just as far as NFL storylines, the Bills going 5-0 against Pat Mahomes in regular season, yet being 0-4 against him in the playoffs just an amazing kind of
Yeah,
stat.
that's some
Uh,
voodoo stuff.
and man, that game, Josh just looked better, than Pat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's been the resurgence of Pat and Rice. But yeah, I felt bad here for Jeff. Um, but yeah, I mean across the board when you have that many points, just what you call them lunch pail games, and you're just like
Yeah.
you look over there and you got so many double digit points, so many
Yeah.
touchdowns. It makes it look like an easy win. So we're gonna break down the league real quick. Uh,
Oof.
the Pharisees and the Dude Abides obviously dominating the Casters division here with 4 wins after 9 weeks. Galloping Ghosts sit at 8-1. This is a division that looks really excellent. Even last team in last place here with Mahomes scores 120 points this week, and
Yeah.
then the Hot for Teacher division is just so tight. I mean, it is just next week. It could be completely flipped. Could be
Right.
completely flipped.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
so you never know what's going to happen there. So
Yeah.
fun divisional races, fun overall
Mm.
races. If you look here at the point total, uh,
Ooh, the
Raging
Rhino.
Rhinos. I mean, and you've got the Cobras right behind them. There's
All
one
the
team.
same division, top 3 teams.
Oh my gosh. And Mahoney's ranked in the top five in the power rankings as well, as
Right.
you pointed out to me too.
Yeah.
So amazing. We've got one team that seems to be lagging behind all the rest.
Oh,
So let's keep
oh,
moving on there.
so sorry.
The Pick'ems, we had Hellhounds and Brandon each with 10 wins.
10.
2 games this week go the way of everybody picked Green Bay, everybody picked Detroit, um, and then all but one team picked Dallas. I always like to look at those
Yeah.
trends. Um,
Yeah, the
so
Steelers.
we had some huge, yeah, the Steelers, right? The Dude Abides the only team that picked the Steelers. But we had some, I think Carolina was a 13.5 point dog and won outright,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Here's our
Stupid Packers.
pick standings.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
I love that the top 5 teams are only one game apart. Right here, from the Cobras to the Rompers to the Pharisees to the Ghosts to LGBT, you've got just 4 games different between those 5 teams, which is really awesome. Exciting picks contest this season.
Yeah. Oh, look
The
at you
romp,
guys.
the Rompers and the Kid continue into week
Ah,
9.
just trading
Every
blows.
every week it's just getting a little bit harder to pick what team's going to be chosen. And so pretty fun adventure in Survivor contest. Actually, kind of
Jason, I have a question. I'm sorry
yeah,
to interrupt. What
yeah.
what happens if you both lose the same week?
I don't know.
Do you both, maybe we should just say now, like you both get to keep going, you get a free try
Yeah,
since you're the last two?
we should do that. If you're okay with that, Chad, let's just keep going and we'll figure it out. Uh, we'll declare if there's no way for RT Sports to do it. Chad, you can text Aaron and I'll text Aaron my picks and we'll figure out how
Yeah.
best to be able to do
Yeah,
that.
because I don't want this to end in a tie. Look at you guys still going 9 weeks in.
It's pretty fun to look at it, and I actually was really surprised this week that we survived because there were some teams like Green Bay. Uh, I had already
Real
picked them,
landmine.
but the Rompers hadn't picked Green Bay, and I was kind of when I looked,
Wow.
I was thinking about checking up on this. I was like, man, there's some teams that took some L's this week that you just didn't expect them to, which leads us to the Super Contest because
Oh boy.
this is a bloodbath.
Oh no.
You could see that
Oh.
Detroit's a 9 point favorite. They lose outright to Minnesota. You have the Pats not covering, but winning by a point. Four, five teams picked the Cowboys. Only John Middendorf didn't pick the Cowboys. Five teams picked the Cowboys. All five take an L as
So gross.
they can't cover the 2.5. And I sent a we have a text group for those in this contest, and once I saw just the bloody Sunday that we had with all this red, I said, "Oh, congrats to Arizona on the win," kind of
You called
jokingly,
it out.
just be, oh, that's what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
loved that the Middendorf picked the Panthers plus 13.5 to get that victory, but you'll
Look
see
how
the state.
Josh got a different point spread than everybody else on Dallas.
Yeah, I
Josh
don't
was getting
know.
an extra, or he was giving up an extra half point. That was magnanimous of him.
And then he also gave himself three harder points on the Colts. I don't know what point spreads he's using. They aren't the
Yeah.
same. They aren't the same as everybody else. They need to maybe make sure he gets that weekly chart, or at
Yeah.
least the link. So, uh, yeah. So here's our standings. Chris,
Oof.
extends his lead over Middendorf, and
Man.
A2 with the 0 point week
Just in the toilet.
in the basement. So
Oh.
that's always fun for me. It's not week 3, obviously, that's week 9. And let's go to our week 10 preview. Looking forward to seeing how Aaron breaks down these games. And first, we're going to start with this. And we'll see if anybody on the Karate Kid wants to score a touchdown this week.
Yeah, the JJ McCarthy era. It's beginning for for the Ghosts. I wonder if that changes when he if he finds out that Purdy's going to start, or is JJ just locked in here? I don't know. I like the Karate Kid to have an advantage at quarterback. You do need some Miyagi magic to keep up at running back. Obviously, you got running back university over there across the field from you. Major edge for him there. Really wide receiver too. You've got these names, but where are the points from these prime time names? I don't know. It's crazy that we've come to a point where Jackson Smith and Jigba is just a clear advantage to me over Justin Jefferson. Like
Absolutely.
I'm not really thinking about it too much. I'm like, against Seattle or against Arizona, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know. It's too bad for you. Kelsey's on by. He's playing great. I think he's top five right now. I'm just trying to think of something nice to say to you before I just tell you I'm picking the ghosts.
Oh no, you don't have to say anything nice at all. The only thing
Yeah.
nice would to be able to, if Josh wants to just, start some players that maybe just need some more experience. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
just, with at 8-1, perhaps you don't necessarily need this win, so maybe he's going to play around with his lineup a little bit. I actually was pleased with JJ McCarthy's effort last week. He looked so bad those first 6 quarters,
Right.
and he came back and he was looking for Justin Jefferson a lot, and threw him a touchdown pass, and I just
Yeah.
felt like he was targeting 18 a lot, and maybe somebody in those 6 weeks off were like, "Hey, throw it to that guy over there wearing number 18." That's
Yeah.
sort of
He's open a lot.
yeah, so it's gonna sort of feel like that's what they did when they brought Joe Flacco into the Bengals offense. Like, hey, see that guy over there wearing number 1? Just
Yeah.
target him every other time, and you'll be okay. So, uh, yeah, I'm not expecting much from the Karate Kid. If if we can somehow make the playoffs and play spoiler that and ruin somebody's year and week, that'd be awesome. But we'll just see what happens. So, you're
Oh
playing
boy.
Dude Abides, who had a really big week. So tell us about that.
Yeah, yeah. The dude seems to have an advantage at quarterback. I would say Caleb Williams and Jordan Love have almost identical points per game. The Giants aren't really a pushover, but their defense is way softer than the Eagles, I feel like. So I'm not thrilled that he's playing the Eagles now without Tucker Kraft. Um, I guess Romeo Dobbs and Watson, these guys will have to step up. But um, I like Jonathan Taylor to bounce back with a good week. All respect to Jalen Warren, who's a solid starter, but this is a mismatch. Jamar Chase is on bye, so Lad McConkey, you're back in the lineup here. Wide receiver seems evenish. I kind of like my guys better, but just pretty much across the board after quarterback, I just see it as a Cobra win.
Yeah, I do too. I uh I do too, man. You're 6-3. I didn't think when Burrow went down, that you'd be looking at 6-3, but
Mm. At 0-3 was a dark day.
it's been quite a
Yeah.
run. I think it's going to continue, sad as that may sound.
Mm.
Uh, I just look at your guys. I think they're more potential touchdowns, and it seems to me like as I've been watching my team not score touchdowns every week, you got to have guys that score touchdowns if you want to win in this league.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oof.
we're in
Look at
this
all these
game.
guys.
So yeah, speaking of taking a bye, I mean, like, look at
Yeah.
it. Looks like Jeffrey's whole team's on bye. So,
Yeah.
uh, uh, break us down this through this game.
Yeah, this was almost the game of the week, but with the Chiefs on bye, there's just a lot of sizzle missing from the Rhinos. Um, Sam Darnold's going to be stepping in relief of Patrick Mahomes.
Man,
I
he's
think he'll
looked
more or
great.
less,
He's
yeah,
looked
he'll more
great.
or less keep pace with Drake May.
Yeah,
Like he's having a great year.
yeah.
Looks like they really made a good choice moving on from Geno Smith and bringing him in. Um,
Man, I just let's pause to just talk about Darnold just for a second.
yeah,
16 for 16 for 287 and three touchdowns in the first half. Four touchdowns? I
yeah,
just
I don't know.
it
It
was
was
it
over
was
though.
it was
Yeah,
so magical. I went to
yeah,
bed at half. I was like, that game's over. My team's lost. It's we're daylight savings time. I was like, I don't need to watch the second half. I think I made a good decision. I think only 14 points were scored, but yeah, to be able to
yeah.
have the Rhinos just step in and have Sam Darnold there, what a luxury.
Yeah, he's got a really top tier backup. Um, for Drake May, I think False John has to hope Baker Mayfield just turns that game into a shootout. Um,
Yeah,
he has to just let fly to keep up. I don't really love any of the running back matchups between either guy, especially with Javonte Williams on bye.
yeah.
Um, the real story, I think, is just the Hounds, their wide receiver, their tight ends. Like Devonta Adams is awesome and he's having a great season, but boy, otherwise, all of False John's guys are just in another tier. Um, I think they're just too much for the depleted Rhinos, and I think it's a hellhound win.
I hate agreeing with you too much, but yeah, it's just a bye week for the Rhinos. This should
Yeah.
be apple picking week. He should take Maria out, get a bed
Yeah.
and breakfast, go
Yeah.
out to the country, take some fall family photos with Olive. Just enjoy the
Yeah.
week. And if you come back and happen to win, great. Otherwise, just enjoy a little family time this weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about Mahomie versus the Rompers?
Oh boy. Yeah. Look, I know these their records are not outstanding. But these teams are ranked 4 and 5 in the all-knowing RT Sports Power Ranking. Rompers 4, Mahoney 5. So I don't know. Maybe we got a game here. Boy, everybody except the Colts just lights up the Steelers. So I guess I like Justin Herbert and Mahoney to have a slight edge at quarterback, but with Joe Alt out, do we trust do we trust the Chargers? I don't know. Um, the more I'm thinking about it, I kind of like Baker here, or even Bo Nix probably. We'll see. I'm curious who he rolls with. Um, Raiders are just a much softer defense than the Patriots, so I kind of like to see Bo, but we'll see. Um, Rompers have good running back plays this week. Mahoney's got a big edge at running back. I see Genty and Cook on another level. I actually think Rico Dowdle is going to have the best game of all of them, but I don't know if Mahoney's got. I mean, that takes a lot of courage to bench either of these guys, Genty. But he had a big week, so we'll see. Romper's got a big advantage at wide receiver though, and I think that's going to make the difference. That and tight end. Um, I'm going back and forth. Give me Mahoney.
Oh my gosh. I was getting ready to take Chris because I thought you were taking chat. I'll take chat just to be on the opposite side of you.
Yeah,
I do think looking at this a little bit closer, it is the game of the week. These are, longtime friends. It's a fun matchup. It's got Herbert versus Baker. And while we're here, Herbert versus Baker, did you know that last week 11 diff 11 different quarterbacks, and of those 11 quarterbacks, 10 individuals played football at the quarterback position at either the University of Oregon or Oklahoma University. A third of the league, a third of the league had
that's
quarterbacks start last week that were a part of either the University of Oklahoma or Oregon. Is that
that's
amazing?
hilarious. I knew about the OU guys. I hadn't really thought about how many ducks there are, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, and
so
now
it was
Mariota's going to be starting the rest of the season.
absolutely. So it was just an interesting thing to kind of look back. I counted Dylan Gabriel twice, once for the Ducks and once for Oklahoma. So that was the 11 different instances
I
where you
see.
had
That's
somebody. But yeah,
Creative.
it was just really interesting to be able to be like, oh my gosh, how weird that both of our teams that we follow in college were responsible, just two teams in college, for a third of the starting quarterbacks
Yeah.
in the NFL. Pretty amazing. So,
Yeah.
speaking of quarterbacks, as we go to Sweat Sox versus Brandon, uh, how about the three quarterbacks that the Sweat Sox had on their roster before they traded one for Achan? Uh, that guy had some quarterback depth. So take us
Oh
down through
yeah.
the Sox versus Brandon.
Yeah, and I don't think it matters which one he starts here. He's got Josh Allen, he's got the Rams Stafford on the bench.
Stafford's
Um,
so good. Stafford just
yeah,
throws touchdowns, man.
yeah.
But how
Honestly,
could
I
you
think
bench Allen? And then he had Drake May. I mean,
yeah,
he had three
yeah,
of the top 10 quarterbacks in the
yeah.
league.
He was so loaded.
Oh,
Well, we were afraid of Stafford at the draft because it was his back was broken,
right,
and
right.
he kept Drake May. He had the foresight to think this guy really has something.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm assuming Brandon's going to swap in Jalen Hurts here.
I hope so.
Although I don't love him against the Packers. They,
He may have already. I did this earlier this morning. Keep
yeah.
going.
Hurts is coming off the bye, so maybe they'll have some new magic cooked up. Three excellent running backs, but Brandon's really going to be in trouble at the flex. Um,
I have an
I
update
can.
on Brandon. I have an update on who Brandon has chosen to start
Oh
as
yeah,
far as
tell me.
Wednesday, Tuesday late. He's got Hurts, McCaffrey, Jones, Garrett Wilson, Alex Pierce. So he's got a whole different
Ooh,
lineup here than he did earlier. Just so you're aware.
is Aaron Jones is hurt again, right?
Yeah, I think he is hurt. I don't know if he's gonna
Yeah,
play. Yeah.
yeah. Maybe put Slayton in that spot. I don't know. I as depleted as they are, I still think Brandon probably wins at wide receiver. But again, we don't know what the Packers offense is going to look like now with Kraft down. Maybe Dobbs gets a big uptick there. Um, I don't know. But the tight end I see as a big advantage for Brandon, notwithstanding the two touchdowns Mark Andrews had last week. But this looks like a sweat sock win to me. Poor Brandon just can't. He just can't get over the hump.
Even with his changed lineup, again, apologies to Brandon. He's such a faithful viewer of the show, to be
Yeah.
able to have these updates. But like, Uh, Jets traded a couple of big defenders today. Looks like they're potentially tanking. They've got more draft picks than they're like the Thunder in the NFL. They've got so many draft picks the next
Right.
2 or 3 seasons. Um, but yeah, I just don't see a way that Brandon can overcome the Sweat Sox. Speaking of Mark Andrews' two touchdowns, they were scored in about 10 minutes. On Thursday night, my week started watching the
Ah,
first two touchdowns go to this tight end. Just what's
just
worse?
brutal.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Now, how about this battle between Jay and John, two teams 4-5? Seems like a big game, but perhaps a bigger game for John as he's trying to be able to take care of that division with all the pastors. So, uh,
Yeah. I mean,
I like the matchups in this game too.
yeah, both of these guys desperate for some wins here. I mean, 5 weeks. You gotta, what is it? You gotta get to seven
Yeah.
realistically to make the playoffs. So whoever loses this is in real trouble. Obviously, I'm not Magic Johnson level analysis there, but um, quarterback looks really even to me. Both guys decent. Neither one like winning it for their team, but both of them like keeping you in it. Bijan Robinson, easily the best running back in the game. He gives the Pharisees a big edge there. No George Pickens. I think Puka's hurt though. I think he's not going to be playing, so we'll see. Big advantage for the Pharisees if he is out there. Boy, here comes Trey McBride though. He is gonna. I think he will wipe the floor with whatever Likely does. How long has it been since Likely's had even a decent game? A long time.
Yeah.
Um, that said, Vipers have lost three in a row. I think the Pharisees make it four.
I was going to pick John too, but I don't think anybody's even keeping track of this, so I'll just take the Vipers because I don't think Brandon's letting us know. Just easy for me to pick against someone in my own division.
Sure.
I sure would like John to lose, and that's the show, buddy. I mean, that's
Oh
unless
my.
you've got anything extra. We didn't have a game of the week, so
Yeah.
thanks to General Mills for generosity, but it wasn't worth it. We'll
Yeah.
retroactively have a game of the week, letting people
Uh,
know what was the closest game, perhaps an exciting Monday night
yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah. Make somebody earn it.
Yeah, exactly. We'll do that. That'll that
Yeah.
instead of that. So if you have, do you have any parting thoughts?
No. Just for the sake of the show, I hope you do well this week.
Oh, it's just
Just
very nice of you.
just for your overall your children's well-being. I know better better home life. If Justin Jefferson gets 3 touchdowns this week, like just everything will be better at home. So,
Yeah.
good luck, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. And go ahead and put in the chat, not the text thread, but the message board, your biggest regret of leaving somebody on the bench. And if you remember maybe a detail about it, that'd be great. So,
It's good.
thanks for watching the league. See you guys.
All right. See you, buddy.